Chicagoland has some of the best places to live in the Midwest, but you don't want to end up picking the wrong one for you and your family. I have seen tons of families fall in love with an area on a weekend visit, but then discover some pretty harsh realities after closing that I see on Facebook groups and from others in the grapevine. And today I'm breaking down 6 popular areas of Chicagoland, what makes each special, and the real drawbacks that nobody talks about until it's too late. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which areas deliver the best value, lifestyle, and long-term growth for your situation. First up, I'm going to tell you what nobody tells you about Naperville is that the premium price tag isn't just about bragging rights, it's about what you get that other suburbs simply just can't match. Naperville has been ranked the #1 best city to live in America by niche, and by 2025 it sits at the top 3. And truthfully, when you look at what the city offers, it's easy to see why families are willing to pay extra to live here. The median sales price right now is right around $585,000 of October 2025, where I find via InfoSparks on the MLS with homes ranging from the mid 300,000s all the way up to over $3 million in luxury neighborhoods. And what you're getting for that price is access to some of the best schools in Illinois. We're talking about Naperville Central and Neuqua Valley High School, both consistently ranking in the state's top 14. The Naperville Park District manages over 2,400 acres of parkland across 140 parks, plus more than 70 miles of trails where you can bike, run, or just enjoy being outside with your family. But wait until you see what I'm revealing about Hinsdale later in this video. The price gap between these two suburbs is going to surprise you, and it completely changes how you should think about value. For now though, let's finish Naperville. Downtown Naperville is genuinely special. You've got the Riverwalk stretching along the DuPage River, locally owned boutiques mixing with popular chains, and restaurants that draw people from all over the Chicago area. The city hosts festivals and events year-round, so there's always something happening. But before you fall in love with Naperville, let me be honest about the trade-offs. Property taxes here are higher than some surrounding towns, and during rush hour, traffic through Naperville can be brutal, especially along Route 59 and I-88. If you're commuting in downtown Chicago daily, you're looking at a significant time investment. The bottom line is this: Naperville commands these prices because it delivers premium results for families and individuals who prioritize top-tier schools and want a community that feels like a small city with everything at your fingertips. The extra cost makes sense, but if you're looking to maximize square footage or minimize your commute, the next suburb I'm covering offers something completely different. But first, if you're new here, I'm Brandon Blankenship, a Chicagoland realtor, helping people like you move in and around the Chicago suburbs, and I want to be your real estate resource of choice when it's time to make that move, whether it be in the next month or the next year. Just head to the description and hit the link to connect, or shoot me an email. What if you can get that historic walkable downtown everyone loves without the massive price tag compared to similar suburbs? That's exactly what Glen Ellyn delivers, and it's why so many people keep choosing this village over flashier options. Glen Ellyn spans about 7 square miles with a population around 28,000 residents, and the downtown area is incredibly walkable with tree-lined streets, local boutiques, and Lake Ellyn as the centerpiece of community life. You'll find the community gathering for concerts in the park, kids fishing off the dock, and neighbors who've lived here for decades. The real estate market here is very competitive right now, with the median sales price is right around $535,000, which is actually up 8.5% year over year. But here's what catches my attention. Homes sold jumped by 38%, and properties are moving in just 29 days. Some homes are even selling for 7% above list price if they're in the right spots. Glen Ellyn's metro station gives you convenient access to downtown Chicago, and the village is known for its highly rated schools that attracts people leaving downtown for the suburbs looking for that small town atmosphere within reach of the city of Chicago still. And you'll want to remember these walkable downtown features when we get to Elmhurst in a few minutes, because the commute comparison between these two is going to shift how you think about the location. Many homes in Glen Ellyn are older and may need renovation, and if you're comparing it to newer construction in other suburbs, you're not going to get as much square footage for your money. Here's what this means for you though. If established character matters more than modern finishes, Glen Ellyn's mature trees and authentic downtown can't be replicated in new developments. For buyers and families and individuals who value community atmosphere, this is where you'll find it. And that walkable lifestyle becomes even more valuable when you understand the value play coming up next. And before we keep going, if you're finding this breakdown helpful, hit that subscribe button as well as leave a like so you don't miss future videos where I dive deep into these suburbs individually. I've got detailed market updates, neighborhood tours, and insider insights coming that you won't want to miss. But here's the question everyone asks me is that where can I get the similar amenities as Naperville without the Naperville price tag? And the answer is Wheaton. And the price difference is bigger than most people realize. Wheaton is Naperville's neighbor to the north, and honestly, it has many similarities, in my opinion, with that family-friendly small town feel. The city is home to 52 parks totaling 800 acres managed by the Wheaton Park District, and downtown Wheaton centers around farmers markets and boutique storefronts that give you that classic Midwest charm. Here's where it gets interesting for buyers watching their budget. The median sales price in Wheaton was $477,050, and that's over $100,000 less than Naperville. Homes are selling in about 46 days, with hot properties going for around 3 to 4% above list price. What you're getting for that price includes highly ranked schools like Wheaton North and Wheaton Warrenville South, and you're also getting more square footage and newer construction options compared to Glen Ellyn at similar price points. But here's what makes this really interesting, is that when we get to Downers Grove in a minute, you'll see how commercial development affects property taxes in ways that change the whole value equation. Keep that price comparison in mind, and Wheaton College, a well-regarded private Christian university, is also here in downtown Wheaton, which adds to the strong community and atmosphere throughout the city. And for families who want true suburb living, I feel Wheaton checks a ton of great boxes. But let me be super transparent with you about the drawbacks, because I personally live here, is that property taxes in Wheaton are above average. And here's the thing about commuting. While Wheaton has the Metro Rail access, the driving routes to major highways and downtown Chicago aren't always direct. You're looking at longer travel times and heavy traffic during peak hours compared to some other Western Chicago suburbs. The downtown area also has a lot of one-way streets that, if you aren't local, it gets confusing and sometimes frustrating to navigate, especially when you're first learning the area. What this comes down to is priorities though. For families and individuals who don't commute daily or who work from home, these challenges fade into the background. You're still getting top tier schools, great parks, and a genuine small town feel at a price that leaves room in your budget for everything else. And that value proposition sets up perfectly for understanding the balanced approach coming up next. Most people overlook Downers Grove because it kind of gets overshadowed by Hinsdale and Elmhurst. But the buyers who understand what's happening here are quietly recognizing one of the best opportunities in all the Western Chicago suburbs right now. This village attracts both first-time home buyers as well as move-up families because it offers excellent value in a competitive housing market. The median sales price in October 2025 is right around $468,000, but the number of homes sold jumped 36%, which tells you buyers are recognizing the opportunity here. You'll find stylish split levels, classic colonials, and new construction options scattered throughout the town, and homes are typically selling on an average in about 50 days, with average properties going for around 1% above list price and hot homes selling for 3 to 4% above list. But you guys, don't get the 50 days scratching your head. A lot of homes are selling the first weekend that are priced appropriately and are move-in ready and great condition. Compared to luxury markets in Hinsdale, which we'll break down soon, is that you're looking at about a third of the entry cost, and that difference matters more than most people realize. Downtown Downers Grove has a growing and lively restaurant scene, independent retail shops, a great library, and metro access for commuting. Schools like Downers Grove North often rank among the top public schools in all of Illinois, which makes this an awesome pick for families. And here's something most people don't realize about downtown Downers Grove, is that the village is home to several corporate headquarters, including Dover Corporation and Flavor Chem. It also houses Advocate Good Samaritan Hospital, the only level 1 trauma center in DuPage County. That commercial development helps keep residential property taxes more balanced compared to purely residential suburbs as well. And the commercial development I just mentioned is a double-edged sword. While it helps with taxes, it also means you'll see more businesses and traffic in certain parts of town compared to purely residential areas like Glen Ellyn. Here's why Downers Grove matters though. If you want the suburban lifestyle that is honestly what I say a gem in the Western suburbs, this is where you can find amazing value. Now with Hinsdale, the price difference compared to everything else on this list will tell you all about the suburb. This village sits just 20 miles west of downtown Chicago and delivers sophistication at every turn. The median sales price in October 2025 is just over $1 million, and homes here range from $700,000 up into the $5 million range for private estates and custom new builds. What you're paying for is exclusivity, walkability, and some of the most stately homes in not just the Western suburbs, but all of Chicagoland. Hinsdale's downtown is a destination for boutique shopping and awesome dining, and the architecture throughout the village features gorgeous Victorian mansions with tree-lined streets that look like something out of a movie. Hinsdale Central High School ranks among Illinois' elite schools, consistently placing in the top 10 statewide. And keep this price point in mind when we wrap up with Elmhurst, because the resale value comparison is going to show you why some buyers choose appreciation potential over the immediate luxury. Property taxes and home prices are much higher than neighboring towns, and with how the market's performing right now, the entry price to get into Hinsdale could buy you something totally move-in ready in other suburbs. The reality though is this: Hinsdale delivers unmatched prestige and quality, but you're paying a premium for sure. Hinsdale is truly dreamy, and there's a reason why so many people and families are looking to make that move here. It definitely is sure to impress for sure, especially with my clients that take a look here. But the final suburb I'm covering offers a completely different value proposition. What if instead of chasing the highest highs or the lowest prices, you focus on steady, reliable growth that protects your investment over decades? That's the Elmhurst story, and it's exactly why experienced investors keep coming back here. Elmhurst is an established community sitting roughly around 16 to 18 miles west of downtown Chicago, with a population of nearly 46,000 residents. The median sales price in October 2025 was $612,000, up a significant 4.6% from last year, with listings covering everything from 1930s bungalows with character to modern new builds with all the latest features. And what makes Elmhurst special is the combination of a lively downtown, top-rated schools, and easy metro access. The express train reaches Union Station in about 25 minutes-ish, which makes this one of the most commuter-friendly suburbs on this entire list and all the western Chicago suburbs. The city is known for its vibrant, tree-lined streets and thriving retail and dining scene downtown. You'll find excellent arts and cultural attractions that give Elmhurst a more urban feel compared to some of the other suburbs we've already discussed in this video. But let me tell you about the real-world challenges. Elmhurst has ongoing construction projects that disrupt streets for long periods of time. If you're looking to make a move here, expect to navigate detours and roadwork on a regular basis, but that means improvement to the infrastructure, which is great for the long term in Elmhurst. Many homes here are older and need updates, so you'll want to budget for renovations depending on which home you choose and the location. And even though you have great access to Chicago via Metro, if you're driving during peak hours, you'll definitely find yourself stuck in traffic like anywhere you live in Chicagoland. The proximity to the city is a blessing and a curse in that respect as well. So here's what Elmhurst offers: predictable appreciation and strong resale value regardless of market conditions. For people who value stability over flash and want to know their investment will hold up over time, this combination of established neighborhoods and proven growth delivers peace of mind. And that long-term thinking, exactly what ties everything together as we wrap up. So here's the truth: the right suburb isn't about following the hype or choosing the most expensive option. It's about matching your priorities to a place that actually delivers on what matters most to you and your family. And you guys, if you're thinking of making a move to the Chicago Western Suburbs, now's the time to get strategic. The market's shifting, inventory's tight in the best areas, and waiting could mean missing out on the perfect home at the right price. Shoot me an email or hit the link in the description so we can find a time to connect, and let's talk about which of these 6 suburbs make the most sense for your situation. Most people waste months researching the wrong ones, so check out the video I've linked next where I break down every single Chicago suburb into just 4 simple categories. Give me 20 minutes and you'll know exactly which category matches your lifestyle, whether you're prioritizing commute times, top schools, luxury living, or trying to maximize your value. And click here to watch it now. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video.